Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. We are going to do some more rank grind. We're going to work on specifically Infidel 1258 because I got some pretty decent DEC returns on a win earlier, and I just want to try and take advantage of that. I had a question in my comments in one of videos today, said, how come there's more DEC rewards at the beginning of the season? I don't know the answer to that question. He was asking for a detailed analysis. I can't give the answer to that. I just don't know. I'm on the top here, guys. I can't miss those shots, man. So annoying when you... Yeah, I'm done. Another one. And Peacemakers usually are very fast, 4 speed, but I'm getting slowed by the Serpentine Mystic and the Undead Priest. Plus the Prismatic is so fast naturally. Wow, I got just like gobbled up there. So I don't know the answer to that, but that guy who just beat me had 92 Dark Energy Crystals for playing at gold level. Gold level 1. That's a lot of DEC for gold level 1. So why is there so many more DEC at the beginning of the season? The only thing I can think of, and this is not going to be a video focused on that. We're just going to do rank play, but I do want to quickly comment because it was a great question, and I don't know the answer, and maybe you do if you're watching this video and you know why. Leave a comment below. My guess is that the daily active players, as of September 14th, which is 2 days ago, was 260,000. And that was the day before the end of the season. These are the daily active player statistics. It may have dropped off as soon as the season ended. And yet the DEC is being printed at such a rate. Now, what would happen if the DEC inflation was static, but the number of players playing lowered? Well, you'd have to split that same DEC pie among fewer players. So that's my thinking. There's just fewer players playing at the beginning of the season, and there's more people playing at the end of the season. And so, because they're trying to reach their preferred rank, and as a result, the DEC rewards for the day, which is a set amount based on the algorithm, is going to be divided by fewer people now and more people later. That's my guess. If you guys know a better way of explaining that, or if there's something I'm not understanding there, I'd appreciate it. Also, before we go any further, I want to add some clarification on something here. I did this Splinter Talk token video where I talked about whether or not SPS was whether you could get free SPS by owning SPT, and you can, because you're going to get airdrop points by owning SPT. But I say in the video it's if you own 2 million SPT that you'd get 1 million airdrop points. That's actually wrong. I was corrected by a commenter on the video, and I pinned his comment and I amended my description because it's actually wrong. You need 4 million SPT to get 1 million airdrop points. I mean, no one's running out and buying 2 million SPT or 1 million. Like, there's just not that much liquidity on the market, so it's not a dire problem. But I did want to comment on it here because this is the first live video that I've done since I realized that error. So I still think SPT is an interesting token. I think there's some interesting appreciation opportunity there. I still personally think that owning some makes sense, especially because of the airdrop. But the numbers suggested in the video are actually misleading because of what I just explained. And so, oh, and one more thing on this video, people were saying, why don't you talk about DEC, and am I just trying to focus on my bags? Well, first of all, I have a very small SPT bag, so like I literally have like $200 worth of SPT. So I mean, it's not like I've got some gigantic bag that I'm trying to pump. But also, I've talked at length about how I don't think holding a lot of DEC makes sense. Maybe you're new to the channel and you didn't know that. You've seen DEC appreciate and you think it's going to go to the moon. I think that's a really mistaken, misguided view on how DEC works. And if you want to know more about my opinions on DEC, you probably should come over and just look for my DEC video. Where is it? DEC price appreciation ? It's from August 22nd. And in this 11-minute video, I explain how DEC is written to be algorithmically inflated. Long story short, what that means is it's more of it's printed every day at a rate that is increasing as the DEC disconnects from its intended peg value of 1,000 to $1. And so that pressure on this token to me is a reason why you shouldn't want to hold it for a long time. And I feel like the value of DEC recently proves my point. Like, I mean, if you come over here, I'm in Peak Monsters now, and I see that I have 476 dark energy crystals, and it's worth roughly $2.55. That's according to the exchange rate. That's according to the current up-to-date exchange rate. So that means that you need roughly 200 DEC, almost, it's probably 190 DEC to $1 right now. And even a week ago, it was 130 to 1. That's a huge drop. 190 today, yesterday 180, a week ago 130. So the price appreciation of DEC is super concerning to me. Like, I don't think it's going to keep going to the moon. I think it's actually going to eventually fall back down to roughly 1,000 to $1. So no, I don't think it's a good idea to hold a bunch of DEC just kind of hoping for SPS. I think that's my opinion. I might be wrong. If you hold DEC and you get a lot of SPS rewards, good for you. I don't have any sort of qualms with people who do that. I know a lot of people do it because you do get great rewards from holding DEC or from providing liquidity. But as far as I'm concerned with my investment, no thank you. Okay, so those are 3 updates I wanted to comment on. But now let's just get into the battles, the rank grind here. And guys, if you're new to the channel, this is a bit late, but if you're new to the channel, my name's Dwayne, and I go by Infidel1258, and I play 3 different accounts. I've got my main account, usually plays in Diamond. Last season, we came in 33rd on the leaderboard, which is a 10,000 Dark Energy Crystal reward. I was pumped about that. So where was that? There. What? Pardon me? Oh, I'm looking at the gold. See, there I am. Number 33. Patrick Waugh's number. You guys like hockey? Okay, so anyways, 38-11. That was a really high rank point to have to only claim 33rd. There's been intense competition lately in this game. If you want to win the league, you need to fight hard. And I literally fought up until the last minute of the league ending of the season ending. So 10,000 DEC was roughly $65 US. I put it all into reward cards. As you can see, I've got next to no DEC left over. It's because I was shopping for deals on the Peak Monsters. And let's just, I know we're kind of digression after digression here, but there's so many exciting things with this game. So just looking at the reward cards in the marketplace right now, I did a 1-minute short talking about the new reward cards and how it's affecting the economy and the prices. And there are some interesting and affordable options that if you want to build your deck out, now might be an excellent time to start doing that. Not saying FOMO, not saying sell the house, just saying, you know, if there are a couple cards you could utilize to try and grow your deck in a reasonable and prudent way so that you can maybe stop renting more cards in the future and try to transform your income earning potential here. It could be an interesting time for you to start looking. Some of these cards, like Sharlock Minotaur, just went extinct, meaning it's no longer being issued on the loot chests. James Sinner also, Diminished Shark also. The new reward cards are the only reward cards left. Pellicor Deceiver, Gargoyed Lion, Venari's Heatsmith, Pellicor Bandit. Look at how affordable some of these are. The Pellicor Bandit, 21 cents. As far as I'm concerned, that's a really great deal for a card of this utility. And mind you, these new reward cards are 20 times more common than their old reward card cousins. So there are 20 copies to every 1 copy of the new reward cards compared to the old reward cards, like Harvester. So arguably, Bandit Pellicor should be, you know, cheaper for longer. The liquidity on these newer cards should allow those prices to stay affordable, and that's why I really say you don't need to panic FOMO on this. Hopefully there'll be I can't promise you this, but hopefully you'll have a longer time to accumulate cards through your dailies and your season rewards. At the same time, buying a few when you get some DEC to work with. I personally really like the Pelacor Bandit because of its low mana cost and its sneak attack utility. And when we move into the modern battle format, you're not going to have access to some of the older monsters like the Saber Shark. So here you go, you're going to have an opportunity to get a really effective and powerful sneak attack monster for a price that's very reasonable. And then that's going to allow you to have utility and have some more wins at higher levels in the new modern format. Yeah, so I'm coming in and I'm buying them as I see them. But even some of the older cards, which were higher 2 weeks ago, are lower now because there's this new saturation of cards on the marketplace. So there's new options to buy, and there's people's attention is being split between, you know, not just the old cards that everyone was excited about, but those cards and these 21 new cards. Hopefully prices will stay stabilized for a while, and you guys will be able to build your decks at a you know, and prepare yourself for the new coming rank battle rewards with SPS, with the new division between modern and wild formats. Okay, so that was those are a lot of updates. We're already at 11 minutes. You know what? We're going to do 3 battles to finish it off. That's how we used to do it. We used to do 15 minutes. We do 3 battles. Let's do it. And we'll try and focus on, you know, all the technical understanding and how I try to win my games. Okay, so understanding my enemy. 2200, 1.5 million power, very strong deck. Green is so effective at lower mana cap matches, like the Failed Summoner for 2, the Screeching Vulture for 3, the Swamp Thing for 2, 4 for that, I forget his name, but that second magic monster with the stun, 4 mana cost. Like he could play that kind of team right now, and I'd be actually no, he couldn't because melee only. So melee only. Let's prep for that. So he's gonna do something like this then, like a fire team with the Cobalt Miner and the Ant Miner. Yeah, and I'm gonna do it right back. So look, if we go like this and put Camilla out there, then we get. This is tempting, but no. Ant Miner, Flame Monkey, roll. Now, Serpentine Spy. I might regret that. Okay, let's give it a shot. So I'm nerfing his. I was expecting the fire team. He's got the +1 attack. I'm nerfing his attack by 1. So he's got the speedy Serpentine. That's annoying for me. And then he's got the Creeping Ooze, which is going to give his Serpentine Spy a chance to hit me before I hit him. This alone might be the victory for him, because he's going to hit before I have a chance to hit. Oh, no, he's not, because mine's so much more advanced. I have a 6 speed. He has a 4 speed. Okay. So fingers crossed he misses. Fingers crossed. Oh, he's got a chicken too. Why didn't I have a chicken, by the way? I know I own a chicken, so why didn't I? I looked for it, but I couldn't see him. Oh, because it was melee monsters only, and my chicken doesn't have melee. Awesome. This should work out now. Might. I should say might. Now he is going to try and, yeah, which is a problem. Now I knew I was going to be distracted by the green. That's annoying. Now I need him to miss here. And it's not likely to miss. Now I could be in trouble. That's a nice finish. Hopefully I hit my Cobalt Miner lands on the Serpentine. That would be big. Yeah, now I got it. It's gonna take the next 20 rounds because Cobalt Miner is gonna only be chip damaging the ant. 1 a turn. Okay, that we got it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. So that's an interesting victory. Yeah, I had 78 BC, and I'm currently at a like 90% capture rate. So we'll do 2 more battles, and then we're gonna call it. And if you're, like I said earlier, if you're new to the channel, Wayne Cunningham, Infidel 1258. But this is the sort of thing we usually do. We do gameplay analysis so that you guys can understand how I think about and how I anticipate my enemies' plays, trying to maximize my opportunity for victory because I want to maximize the sort of returns I'm receiving by playing the game. Poison, it's always great to have immunity, but when you have this many mana cap, I almost don't think an immunity play is the way. He's got some good cards. So a lot of fast fire magic monsters. Everybody I'm seeing him play is really low hit points. So I am going to try... I'm going to try Kitty. I'm going to try to utilize Alamo to my advantage. Now, I want to have Alamo, and I'm trying to do a speed play. So, So Alamo in the front, hopefully he'll dodge a lot because he is going to have 8 speed due to Kitty. He can dodge the magic. He's going to reflect the archery. Then I put the Cornelius in second position because again, he's going to reflect archery and he's got the self-heal.
Just confirming. Bye. Going now.
Have a good day. Too low. I want to play my Naga because I love this card, but it's too low of hit points. I'm running out of time. So we're going to throw in Scale Doctor for the triage and the strengthen. Then I want Initiate for the cleanse and the high hit points. Water Elemental for the self-heal. And you know what? We're going to throw Sea Monster in there because if push comes to shove, he'll be next in line. So I'm really positioning myself to have high hit points to counteract the poison, and hopefully the speed is going to allow me to just dodge everything too. I'm expecting him to have some monsters that are really low hit points that are just going to die. Like, look at these guys. 3 hit points, 3 hit points. They're not going to survive the poison. And as they fall away, these guys become even softer. These are the support characters. Usually put support characters in the back row. So I think I'm probably fine here. I didn't bring any additional tank heal. So Almo is just being supported by the Kitty, but he's gonna have an 8 speed. 8. It's still not, honestly, it's not that high of a chance to dodge with some of these speeds like 5 and 6. How crazy would this guy be if you threw dodge on him or flight? Oh my goodness, I just thought about that. Because there's that dragon monster that can do flight. Interesting. Because flight is plus 25% to dodge. And I guess, but then again, Kitty gives 2 speed, and that's 20% increased chance to dodge. Plus Kitty has the heal. Ooh, the Oppress. You see that? The Oppress landed and just deleted me. The Phineas Rage Oppress. I still feel pretty good considering how low hit points his squad is. I might be being... Wow. They just ripped through me, actually. Can I survive just a little longer? That's a big miss right there. If Phineas Rage had hit me, I would have been in a lot more trouble. This is still looking pretty good. Oh, he was cleansed, dude. I didn't even see that. Damn. I was like, I got this one. Okay, one more. Another thing about the DC rewards at the beginning of the season versus the end, I think there's a lot going on. I think what I said is true. It's probably less players, meaning the DC is being divvied between fewer participants. But why are there fewer players? There's lots of reasons. Probably fatigue, because everyone pushed so hard at the end of the season. Probably people rent cards to try and climb, and therefore they're playing really hard when they have rentals at the end of the season. They don't rent for the full season. And also, if you played a lot before the season ended, you probably really hurt your capture rate. Maybe you're waiting a couple days. And lastly, there's a real bottleneck of talent at the beginning of the season where all the best players are still at the lowest level because they got reset. Now they're fighting to claw and get higher. So I'm fighting off in gold. I'm fighting people with 1 million, 1.5 million power. These are diamond teams, champion teams, but they're just down here because of the reset. So that is probably feeding into the fact that some of you are just not playing right now. And you know, if there was 20% of you that were skipping the day, let's say if I'm right about it, it's probably more like 40% of the people are taking the day off, the week, maybe the last couple days off. And that would kind of begin to explain the 80-90 DC per win. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. Everyone loses abilities. So I'm going to be wary of an Alric Stormbringer play, so I'm going to throw my Bortus out there. Problem is I don't have a lot of great monsters right now with my white team, because my white is my rental, the team I mostly rent cards off the market for. Like, I've got a full deck, but I just rent them. I rent them out. So I don't like that. I don't like that opportunity there. Gonna have to try something over here. Ooh, gotta hurry, gotta hurry. I don't know. I don't love my chances here, but we'll see. Oh dang, you know, that was a mistake. Warrior of Peace has 1 less hit point, I think, than the Alamo Cambio. And the Alamo Cambio is the same mana cost. It has one more, the Alamo has 1 more speed too. Okay, good to know. Game over. So what was that, 3 in a row? 3 losses in a row? No, we won the first one with my classic Antminer Flame Monkey combo. Okay guys, let's leave it there. Thanks for your time and attention. If you have any questions, leave them below. Have an amazing day. God bless.